It's Vlogmas year 10. This is so me right now. Sweatshirt, hair tied, chilling with no pants on. The girls that get it, you know? Where's Larry? I'm feeling a little bit better today. Thank you so much for asking. Last night I was feeling horrible, but today I woke up and I sound like this, but I don't feel that terrible, which is pretty good. So I think we're actually on the upswing. I love these little twinkly lights. They bring me so much joy. The UPS man just dropped off some packages and he was kind of hot. Did I leave my stylus? This is what the UPS man just dropped off, by the way, or one of two things that he did. So I got Finley these for either Christmas or his birthday. I can't decide which I want to give them to him for, but because he's pretty noise sensitive and sensitive to sound, whenever we go to concerts together, especially like, you know, punk or rock shows, he always gets little earplugs at the door from the venue, but these ones are like fancy earplugs from Loop. So I got him the Loop Engage, which does 16 decibel sound and makes your voice sound less weird. You know when you put in earplugs and your voice sounds like really weird in your head? It's supposed to help like with that and with conversations that you have with other people, so you don't have to keep taking them out to talk to people. And I also got him one of his favorite albums of all time on vinyl, Live and Direct, Acoustic Roots. From Slightly Stupid. You got the classic Wise Man on here, but our favorites are Fire Shot, Collie Man, I Used to Love Her. I'm very excited about having this album on vinyl, honestly. Such a great record. You know how it be today, brother. Lighting another candle. Well, lighting the same candle another time. And I'm actually gonna look up some new ambiance videos per your recommendations on Instagram. Last night I posted on my Instagram story doing like a little reaction, I just hit my glasses, poll with like react with a fire emoji if you know, watch and like ambiance videos, or react with the emoji if you've never seen them, and a lot of people sent me their favorite ones and reacted with the fire emoji. I screenshotted some people's responses because people DM'd me and they were like, oh my god, I love these, you know, here's my favorite ones. So somebody said coffee shop ambiance and the dead of night witchy ambiance are just some of my faves. Someone else said, I've only played Skyrim once, but their ambiance videos have been so relaxing. Someone else said, I'll scream this forever. The Narnia ambiance is the best. It's so Christmassy. So I think I might put that one on today. And then I didn't know that this existed, but somebody said the Taylor Swift instrumental ambiance is just, since when does she have one? Someone else suggested New Orleans Jazz Coffee Shop, which would be Chef's Kiss, they said. And then someone else just said that they love the Cozy Thunderstorm ambiance videos, which I never really listened to rain ones. So maybe today I'll try the Narnia one and the rain one. But this is seriously like, I do this every day. I put one on every day because in the mornings I like to have them on while I, you know, enjoy, well, this is my kombucha from yesterday, but enjoy my coffee and journal and read. And then I normally work from home for a huge portion of the day. So while I do all of that, it's nice to just have something, you know, in the background that I'm not like directly watching, especially if I'm editing. I need to focus on my voice. So that's why I like the ambiance videos, because then it's like something on in the background, you know? Hey y'all, I haven't done my hair yet today, so just don't mind that, okay? But I have an exciting update, especially for like Christmas time, because I feel like we're kind of gonna have somewhat of like a second Christmas, just because I didn't ship a lot of our gifts from our registry because we were moving. So I was like, oh, I'll just wait to ship some of those until we're like settled in Vermont. And I didn't even think I would really ship them here to Virginia, because then we would just have to like move with more stuff, you know? But then I kept getting these emails that were like, hey, that thing that you got off your registry, yep, that's out of stock now. So we've just credited your account with some money for it because we don't really have it to send anymore. And I was like, fuck. And it happened like 2 or 3 times. So this morning I got an email about my iron being out of stock, and I don't own an iron. I own a steamer, but I never really use it that much. But on our registry, I put like a nice iron and a nice ironing board, and the iron was no longer available to ship. And I said, wow, this is really just gonna keep happening the longer that I wait to ship these presents, right? So then I just texted Finley at work and I was like, hey, do you care if I just like ship everything here from our registry? Like, I know we'll just have to move with some more things, but the biggest thing is like a comforter for our new bed because we wanna invest in a California king when we move to Vermont. And then we have like 2 or 3 sheet sets on there and like a couple of kitchen things. And I just shipped, I think, everything that was remaining on here. Oh, like some glassware and stuff like that too. Oh no, this is a flatware set. I need to send that too. So now we're gonna be getting new fun stuff. I guess it would be more fun to like show you things as they arrive, which maybe I will if they start arriving over Vlogmas. So when we move, I already know that the unpacking is gonna be too real because now we have a lot of stuff. We've always had a lot of stuff, but now we have more stuff. But I really want to get into like hosting more just because I do love cooking and baking and having people over and stuff like that. So I'm just excited that a lot of the stuff that we got on our registry was like napkin rings and good cloth napkins to like match our dinner plates and, you know, nice flatware and stuff like that. So I'm just feeling really grateful and blessed that people got that stuff for us. And also about the new bed. We haven't gotten the mattress yet because obviously we are just sleeping on our bed here that has a regular queen size mattress that we like. But when we move, we do want to get the mattress, and I'm excited for that too, to try out all of our new linens. People love a good linen. That's what I'm saying. If you're making your registry, put some good linens on there. Kiyuchi, Parachute, Brooklinen. Those were like the top 3 brands that I was recommended. So if you are making a registry or you're just asking for new sheets or just trying to, you know, upgrade your own sheets, you're not asking anybody for them, you're just trying to make that investment in yourself, because you should do that, then you should look into those 3 brands because they were very well rated. Love ya! Me and Larry are just hanging out here, but I need to go make an egg sandwich because I'm feeling very hungry. Honestly, on the note of like hosting and serving and stuff like that, this setup would be the most ideal for me in a future home, to have something like this to display like china on the back. I talked about this in a recent Vlogmas episode, but this is fake, okay? It's like an antique musket from back in the day. It is not currently loaded. It would just be so nice to have a piece like this, preferably like an antique wooden number, you know, in a future home, because this is not our piece of furniture, it's just in this guest house, but I have fallen in love with it. I just love it as a display piece. And then this is also what I'm obsessed with. So you could put like your flatware and serving tools all in these little slots, and then napkins, linens, you know, napkin rings, stuff like that. Tablecloths, you know, the whole 9 yards. Because honestly, y'all, I'm just trying to be in my breadwinning housewife hostess era, you know? Having friends over, serving them decadent dishes on gorgeous plates. I see that for me. I got out my Beyond sausage and I'm gonna make a Sammy. Beyond sausage, egg and cheese Sammy. Love it. Yum, yum, yum. Hello, my darlings, and welcome to a hot cocoa chat. And when I say hot, I mean it's gonna get hot, okay? Today, we're doing a sex Q&A portion of a hot cocoa kind of me and you time, okay? We're gonna be chatting about all of the things. I'm gonna be answering your questions that you sent me in on Instagram anonymously and giving my best advice for sex, love, relationships, intimacy, all the things, because you seem to enjoy when we do this. I enjoy when we do this, so let's do it again. The first question is, how do you make car sex more comfortable? Let me think on this while I swig my hot cocoa. You know, I haven't had car sex since probably 2017, where we're like doing full crazy stuff, you know? So I would say that I don't have the best repertoire for this, as I'm not a frequent car sex person. But if that's the only place that you can do it and you want to make it more comfortable, I say put down the seats in the trunk, put a little blankie back there. You can get those solar powered or battery powered lights, so you can make it nice and cozy and like drive somewhere to like a lookout or like your favorite, I don't know, parking deck or something at the top, and make sure you're in a comfortable, safe place to park your car. And then just do the deed. And make sure you're being soft on your knees and not hitting your head anywhere. Those are my tips for you. And then the next question is, have you ever given a hickey? Which is just like a curious question to ask, and I respect this person for their curiosity. I know, I've never given a hickey. If I'm being honest with you, I don't know how. I've gotten hickeys, but I've never given them. The next question has kind of been asked by two people, so I'm going to address both of these. The first one being, I haven't finished while having sex with my boyfriend in forever. It's like super hard to get back into the swing of it once it's been a while. Tips? And then somebody else asked, how do I express to my partner that he has never made me orgasm, not with penetration or oral, even after I've given him suggestions on how I like things? I've been lying in saying that he has, and I feel awful, but I don't want him to feel badly about himself. First of all, let me just say you're not alone. A lot of people, especially women who are with men in cis, straight relationships, they have trouble communicating, hey, this is what I like, this is how to do it, and here's how you can make me orgasm, and hopefully it works out. A lot of people, it just doesn't work out for them. And not even because their own body can't get to orgasm, it's just because, maybe you get a little in your head when there's a partner involved, or they don't do something for long enough as you would have liked to. So I would say number one, just work on communication and being like, I really like that, please keep going. And then number two, I would say if it's like not improving after practice and you being open and honest and communicative, you should show him like tutorials. I'm never against a little tutorial moment, watch and learn. That's what I say. It's just like the way of life sometimes. I need to watch tutorials on things that I don't know how to do. And sometimes it might get to that point. And it's not an offensive thing to tell somebody, but just like, hey, do you think we could watch this like sexy video on how to get me off in the right way? Like, I think that that's actually adding more to your sex life to introduce like, hey, I value this and I want this and I want to show you, how we could maybe improve this. And I guess if you really wanted to, you could be like, this is not a dig at you. Like, I really just want to try something new. That's how you could frame it. Because if you think about it, like if you couldn't get your partner off, wouldn't you want to be shown how to do it? Think about it that way. And really, I just bring this up as an option for you because I'm a big fan of using educational sites to our advantage in the bedroom. I believe everyone should have access to all the resources available to not only learn their own bodies, but also how to please their partners. So that's why I love Cheeks. Cheeks is a subscription-based wellness platform where every member gets access to authentic and ethical adult films, tutorials, erotic audio stories, expert-led workshops on sexual wellness, and a taboo-breaking magazine. On their site, you can really watch and learn, but also listen and enjoy live workshops too. With my code Meghan12, you can get access to Cheeks for free for 7 days when you select the annual subscription option as a new customer. If you're not feeling it, you can cancel anytime during the trial period or switch to the monthly option. After the trial, their monthly subscription is $14.90 a month or $9.90 a month for the annual subscription. If you're interested in exploring your own sexuality in this way, you can click the link in the description or go to getcheeks.com and start your free trial. Thanks, Cheeks. Cheers. The next question, I actually got a similar question later on in the same way. A lot of you guys kind of have overlap. And also, speaking of overlap, I never address things over and over and over again in these sex Q&As because you can just go back and see topics that I've covered in the past few sex Q&As that I've done over the past few months. I just try to stray away from doing the same questions every time so that these videos don't get repetitive for you and we cover new stuff. But this person says, I'm reading a book at the moment and the sexy scenes are intense. As far as I know, I've had quite vanilla sex. How do I introduce passionate, intense sex? Or am I in the wrong relationship? Well, no, I wouldn't think that you're in the wrong relationship just because you have had vanilla sex. Everybody enjoys a variety of different sexual experiences. Like sometimes I'll have vanilla sex, sometimes I'll have more, I don't know, kinky sex, I guess you could describe it as. So it kind of depends on the night, right? So I definitely wouldn't say that you're in the wrong relationship, but you should just try to open up the conversation. And this is what somebody else asked too, but I think that they were saying that their boyfriend is more vanilla than they are. So they were kind of asking, how do I introduce more like kinky stuff in the bedroom without freaking him out? And I would say, don't be afraid to freak people out as long as it's consensual and communicative and you kind of, set the scene ahead of time. Maybe like you lay out some stuff or some props or toys or something fun on the bed. And then when they come in, you're like, I thought we could try something fun tonight. If you're not into it and this is like too different or weird for you, then that's totally fine. We can just talk about it another time. And it's not saying we never have to do this. It's saying we can talk about it another time and maybe slowly introduce more kinky stuff into the bedroom over a longer period rather than like going full in immediately, you know? And speaking of communication, I always get lots of questions like this next one. This person asked, how to ask in a loving way if your partner is satisfied with the level of sexual intimacy you two have. We are long distance and typically are only intimate in person. Thank you in advance for any advice. So I've never been in an LDR before, so I can't really speak to an LDR relationship personally, but I can say if you wanna kind of bring up, hey, are you satisfied? Maybe on like a date night or something if the topic naturally comes up, because you don't want to just out of the blue, they get home from work and you're like, are you satisfied with our sexual life? It would be a little jarring, you know, if somebody asked that to you randomly. So maybe if the topic naturally comes up, you could be like, are you like enjoying the frequency at which we have sex right now, or are you trying to have it more? I'm just trying to see how you're feeling, because I'm personally feeling like I can have it more, and then just be like, wait for them to answer. So that's what I say. This next person says, I just got married last year. I was pressured my whole life to wait until marriage for sex. We waited, but I still feel shame about being sexual and sexually free. Any tips on breaking that cycle of shame and being vulnerable in the bedroom? Love you. Thanks. So I had a lot of shame around sexuality growing up as well, just because I was raised Catholic and I was a very secretive child. I remember the first times that I ever did like more grown-up things, like shaving my legs. I didn't tell my parents. Or shaving my armpits, or exploring with masturbation, or my first kiss. I didn't share any of that with my parents. Like, they gave me the sex talk when I was like 8, but I just really kept things to myself. And I don't know if it was a religious choice for you to wait until marriage for sex, because it oftentimes is, but maybe it was just a personal choice, and I'm not like putting that label on you, I'm just saying. And I would say that for me, being raised Catholic personally, and I'm not saying everybody, but personally for me, it really made me carry a lot of shame and guilt around my own sexuality, to the point where I wouldn't even really share sexual things that I've done with my friends, you know? Like, I wouldn't at sleepovers talk about things that I did because I was just so afraid that they would judge me. So even throughout high school, like guys that I would kiss or something, I just like wouldn't tell people. Like, I was really weird about it. And it actually took until, really, I want to say I was with Finley, for me to stop being so like restrictive with the things that I share, and also being less secretive in my relationship and more communicative. So I honestly really encourage you to just tell your partner that you're struggling with shame and guilt around being seen as a sexual being, and see what they have to say about that. And maybe you could slowly start to introduce stuff into the bedroom that makes you feel sexy. You know what I mean? Like wearing some cutie lingerie that makes you feel hot, or trying like sexting with your partner or something like that. Just trying to introduce things that would kind of just slowly push you out of your comfort zone and try to encourage yourself mentally, being like, this is normal for me to do this in my marriage, you know? Like, this is a valid thing for me to do. All right, so this next person says, I need help on how to refocus my mindset on masturbation. I know my boyfriend watches porn and masturbates sometimes, and it really bothers me. I know it shouldn't, and it's natural, but it's like the logical and emotional parts of my brain can't agree, and my emotional side wins out. How can I be less obsessive with it? This is an interesting question. So first of all, I would say if you're like not okay with watching porn, you don't have to force yourself to watch porn. You know what I mean? Or be okay with other people in your relationship doing it. But I personally am okay with it because I know that my partner and I both do, you know, and have talked about it, watched it together, enjoyed it. So it's just kind of one of those situations where it's like, because we're exposed to it and we don't feel it's actively harmful to us in our relationship, but it's more of just like an educational way and an erotic way to explore our sexual relationship apart and together, you know, because people should be free to do their own masturbation things that they need to. But I do understand and empathize with the fact that you don't feel okay about that, you know? And it sounds like you don't watch porn, so it kind of weirds you out that he does. So I would just bring it up as a conversation point and just be like, you know, I don't watch porn and I know that you do, and I'm kind of in this place right now where I'm trying to like accept that you do, but it's kind of hard for me because I don't personally understand the appeal of it, and then just like see what he says. Because like you said, you want to be less obsessive about it. So I would also question like, what are the obsessive things that you do when it comes to your boyfriend watching porn? Like, are you like listening at the door? Are you like trying to check his search history? Like, I'm kind of like curious what that is. And I also encourage you to just not do kind of behavior like that, but you bring it to the table as more of like a, hey, can we talk about this kind of a thing. Also, maybe it would be helpful for you to be like, could you show me like what you would typically watch if that's something that you're comfortable with? And if he's like, no, I'm not comfortable with that, then just be like, okay, never mind. This is just like something that I haven't personally gone through, so I'm just trying to like advise on it the best that I can, but I hope that was good advice. All right, this next question is about vulva love, which I love discussing. This person says, I've grown to love my unique vulva, but I'm still hung up about positions where I'm on top because I feel like it draws attention to its flamboyance. LOL. And everything is just kind of out there and vulnerable. How could I bring my insecurity up in a convo with my partner without spoiling moves that we both enjoy? Well, first of all, I would say if you and your partner are having a good, fun time and they have never once brought up your insecurity to the table, it's most likely only in your head. And I think that a lot of people with vulvas have trouble just like accepting how theirs looks, because especially if you watch porn, you see like how the performers look, and then you're like, should I shave my pubes that way? Are my labia like a normal length? What does normal even mean? Should my clitoris look like that or look like this, you know? And you just kind of get in your head about it comparatively. So if I were you, I would say if you're doing one of these positions that you think draws attention to its flamboyance, maybe like afterwards be like, I always feel kind of weird in X, Y, and Z position just because, quite honestly, and I just am gonna be vulnerable with you for a second, I have a lot of trouble just accepting my vulva for how it looks, and I feel like that certain position kind of draws attention to it, and I just wanted to like get that out there so it's not so on my mind, because I know that you don't care and I shouldn't care, but I just wanted to like voice the insecurity so it feels less real. Because like you said, you don't want to spoil moves that you both enjoy just because of this thing that's like completely in your head about how you think that they might be seeing you or how you're seeing yourself. Like maybe it's actually better to just keep practicing sex in those positions where you feel more vulnerable, because then you're like, ooh, I'm taking this back, you know? I can't shame myself out of this one. This next one is about sub-dom dynamics. This person says, my partner revealed to me a few years ago that he was into being a sub and liked me to dom. I've grown to enjoy it less, and he asks for it less. I still hesitate to open up with him in case it leads him to silence or hide his fantasies and desires going forward. Advice? This is a question that is too real for a lot of people, where their partner comes to them and says something that they want to experiment with, and maybe that partner's like, sure, that's kinky, I'll try it out. And then over time, they maybe become bored of it, or they start to enjoy it less, and they don't want to bring it up because they don't want to hurt that person's feelings, because it was vulnerable of them and really honest and great of them to bring to the table that they wanted that, you know? So I think if you want to bring up this to your partner, you should bring this to the table to him and say, thank you so much for sharing with me that you like when I'm dom and you're sub, but I've been kind of thinking about it recently, and I'm just wondering if we could try the roles reversed, where you're dom and I'm sub, or we could just try to get more out of the box with things just so we could keep it fresh, keep it interesting, and try new fun stuff in the bedroom, just because quite honestly, like I just need that right now. And don't say I'm bored of this or I don't like this and like limiting comments like that. Just be like, I'm kind of interested in trying out a different dynamic or introducing like different toys or various things like that.
Whereas you're not like shaming him for bringing that to the table, and you're not focusing so much on the negative aspects of it. And then actually I'm gonna answer one last question, which is something that I am also working on, so I wanted to answer it. This person asked, how to get better with dirty talk? I know my partner would love it, but I'm not good at it, and it doesn't come naturally except through texting. I feel this so hard. I feel like I'm a good sexter, but in the bedroom, I don't really speak dirty talk that much because I don't think I'm confident enough in it to really go for it. But that's really the bottom line with dirty talk, is being confident enough to like deliver, you know? Because as long as you lead with confidence, then people are like, oh damn, I like this look on you. You know what I mean? Whether it's the way that you're dressing or seeing yourself in the bedroom, you know, trying on lingerie, introducing toys, all of those things take confidence to introduce or practice in the bedroom. So it's the same thing with dirty talk, you know? Think of it in the way of like what you would want to hear and then deliver that. So right now I would say my dirty talk is kind of based in that, like what I would want to be told. And also try to say maybe one phrase that's like out of your comfort zone that you've never said but always wanted to, or something like that. That's my tips. But at the same time, I'm also in the same boat as you, so it's kind of hard to give advice on something that I'm actively practicing. It's just hard, you know? You're like, you want to keep it fresh and fun, and you're like, what haven't I said before? 5 years of banging this man, and I don't want to, you know, keep saying the same things over and over again. So keep it fresh, keep it fun, keep it light, and keep it sexy and hot. I enjoyed our hot cocoa chat. I have one single sip left. Cheers. Thanks for being here. And back to your regularly scheduled programming.
Don't forget to check out Cheeks. Love ya.
All right, you guys ready for another haul? I know I look like shit today. We're just gonna keep moving on, all right? It's fine. I just got some things in the mail for Christmas presents. I actually think 2 of these may be for me, but one is for my sister-in-law. So Georgina, if you are watching this, please exit out, okay? All right, so I think I saw this on Maddie Healy's Instagram story because he shit posts a bunch of memes all the time. And I'm pretty sure it was him. Maybe I saw it on somebody else's Twitter or Instagram or something, but I saw this shirt and then I immediately Googled it and then I got it for my sister-in-law. This is the back of it, okay? It's a cheese shirt. It says, "Sweet dreams are made of cheese. Who am I to disagree? I cheddar the world and the feta cheese. Everybody's looking for Monster." And then the front is just like really casual, you know? Business in the front, fucking party, cheese party in the back, okay? And Georgina is actually cheese obsessed. For her last birthday, I asked her what she was gonna do with her friends, and she was like, probably just like eat a bunch of cheese. So that's for my cheesy girl. This next is a present to myself, actually. And y'all may know this about me, you may not, but I love me some Ariel Bissett. And I have lots of her I'm Thinking About Books merch. I have a long sleeve lilac t-shirt, the kind of faded oyster colored crew neck. And now I have this beautiful piece of art on the back of this shirt, which I'm obsessed with. And then the front says, "I'm thinking about books." And I was thinking that Finley's actually probably gonna try to steal this from me too, so I got it in an extra large so we could share it, because I know he'll look at the colors and be like, I like that. This is also for me, and holy shit, I'm so excited. Okay, so a couple of weeks ago, in a video before I started doing Vlogmas, I showed you some of the antiques that we inherited from Finley's great-grandmother that his grandma passed down to us. We got some gadgets and gizmos, a little high chair, a like bigger kind of shelf furniture piece, which may actually be good in a future dining room, I think. And then we also got a bunch of quilts. And one of the quilt patterns that we actually got 4 separate quilts of that same fabric. So then I asked Finley if I could send in the material to Psychic Outlaw, who made a bandana dress for me in the past. It's like my yellow bandana dress. And she also makes quilt clothing. So I asked his permission to make one of his great-grandmother's quilts into a chore coat, and I just got it! Oh my god. It's perfect! So the style that I got is the hooded supply coat. Oh my god, it smells like her house too still. And then it has the buttons, pockets, drawstrings around the hood and stuff like that too, so I'm definitely going to style this today. I'm so excited about it. And when I measured the quilt and sent it in, they said if you would like us to, we can turn your scraps into an additional product on our website. So I figured, you know what, might as well just use the scraps for something else too. And so I had them make me this cowgirl boot stocking. It has a little heel on it, and I'm gonna use this here at Finley's house because obviously it's his great-grandmother, and I think everybody would really like to see it year by year. So this is my new stocking now to use with my in-laws. And the other stockings that we have here at the house, those are just gonna be for our future kids and me and Finley and stuff like that. But whenever we celebrate Christmas here, I'm gonna use this one. Oh my God, it's so perfect, I can't believe it. Don't worry guys, I'm gonna do all of the laundry on the floor in here in just a little second, but I wanted to show off my I'm Thinking About Books shirt. Look at the back. So fucking cute and perfect. And then I just put on my Heart of the Label green flares, which are really comfy and cute. But I wanted to put on a basic shirt underneath this jacket just to show you how much the jacket really speaks. Oh my God, I didn't realize she sewed a tag in there too. So cute. All right, let's see how she fits. I haven't tried it on yet. Oh my God. Wow. Talk about perfect. Holy shit. Also, my second day braid hair is really giving today. But let me put on the hood. It's so big and cute. Oh my God. Let's see what it looks like all buttoned up too. I've wanted one of these quilt coats for so long, so it just felt really right to make it out of one of Gigi's quilts. I love that this orange looks like a big bow as well. It's so cool. It's so bright, it's like fluorescent. And she was a very colorful queen, so it makes a lot of sense. I love it so much. I can't get over it. Oh my God, I have to send a photo to Finley. Actually, I'm gonna wait for him to get home and then I'm gonna show it to him in person. Lord knows he probably forgot I ordered this. All right, this is my dressing room before, and I'll show you it after. Okay, this is what it looks like now. I'm feeling sweet relief, baby. Sweet relief to see all these clothes hung up again. I had a lot of pants. It's pants season, so that was like most of the stuff that I had to hang up down here, but it's looking good. I'm loving it. Okay, I'm watching Gilmore Girls, and Rue and I are gonna try to power wrap some presents. And if I wrap all of these in the bag, in the box today, as well as these 3, I will only have to wrap like 3 more when they come in the mail, or 4 more. I don't know. A lot of gifts this year to keep track of. I'm doing double gifts for a lot of people. Finley just walked in the door, but I managed to wrap 1, 2, 3 presents. Well, 4 actually. 3 of them are his. That one's for Georgina. And then I have to wrap another one of Georgina's and something else with somebody else that you can't see me wrap. I'm gonna go surprise Finley in my jacket.
Wow, look at me.
Pretty cute, huh? What are you making? Rue, you can't eat any of this, okay? Okay, things have officially gotten out of hand, but I finished wrapping everything I'm giving this year and sending off. These are birthday presents for Finley and his mom, so I kind of sectioned those off over there and then kept everything under the exact tree that's what I'm giving for Christmas. But some of these things I need to mail off to people within the next few days, so it'll dwindle. But this is how bumpin' it's looking right now. All right, day 14. It's time to rock your body. Come on, rock your body. I got it. Bon appetit. I just wanted to turn on the camera really quickly while I'm live streaming to talk about something that I just brought up in the chat. And then after I said it, I was like, I actually don't think anybody watching Twitch right now are the people who I should direct this message to. But I've just been noticing some particularly critical comments on VLOGMAS recently, whether it's about my eating habits, dietary things, people diagnosing me, people telling me what I should do with my hair. The reason that I am addressing them is because like people say it in a way where like they think they're being helpful, you know what I mean? If you're watching me and you genuinely feel something like, oh, I gotta tell this girl about how I don't agree with X, Y, and Z about what she's doing, or that this is wrong with her, or she needs to do this, it's like, I'm really not living my life for you. You know, I'm choosing to share my life with you, but that doesn't give you the right to critique everything. And I know that with Vlogmas, it does kind of get a little wacky and crazy in your brain because, you know, we have this parasocial relationship where you're seeing me every day, you feel like you know me, you see what I do, my habits. Unsolicited advice is not appreciated, really. If I'm asking for help on something, hey guys, answer me this, and I pose a question, that's when I appreciate it. I just needed to get this off my chest, okay? It's been on my mind today, and I was telling the chat about just some random comments, and I was like, I guess I shouldn't be telling you guys this, I should be telling Vlogmas. And then they were like, film it, don't be shy. So I did. But yeah, I think it's just the filter that people lack of like when they're typing the comment, like, do I need to hear it? Does it add something positive and nice to my life? Let me do a little double check. This is what I think in my head when I read comments like that is exactly what Abby just said in the chat. They see what they view is a problem that they can solve. So they're like, if I gave her this advice, I could solve her problem, you know? So I'm just gonna say that because I want to feel better about myself and help her. It's like, I didn't ask, but I love you. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just saying. And also for those concerned with my health, I'm feeling better today than I was yesterday. So don't worry about me, okay? Just enjoy your holiday season and enjoy Vlogmas. Sit back, relax. I don't know, open a beverage. I love you. I'm still streaming. This is what Finley's doing while I'm streaming, and he honestly looks so hot in his Carhartt overalls. I have to show you. I forgot to show you guys this earlier, but I placed this here immediately. And look how cute the quilt stocking looks hanging off Santa's boot. So cute before we walk down the stairs. Love it. Let's go make very late dinner. Okay, sorry I didn't show you the cooking process. I was just using my memory card to import all of the footage onto my laptop while I was making this, but I just made 2 cans of the golden lentil soup from Amy's. It's my new obsession. It's the best Amy's soup. And then I made some grilled cheeses on Dave's bread with Swiss, because that's the only cheese that we got left. But it looks delicious.
Another classic. One-handed opener never gets any easier. Okay, you can look first. Can you see it? Look up my nose. Another Pokemon pack! Rue really loves anything I love because she's so obsessed with me. Rue, not 10 squeaker Pokemons, please. Welcome to my segment of Open My Pack with me. There's a Snorunt, kind of lame.
Sounds like Bruce. Snorunt.
Doesn't really look like her, though it is tiny. Nose Pass. I kind of like the evolution of Nose Pass. It's a big honker. These are the moments I realize I only ever read these. Pachirisu. This one's somewhat holographic, which I always appreciate. Everybody loves that. This attack does 30 damage to each Pokemon tool attached to all your Pokemon. I don't really know what a Pokemon tool is. I haven't played the card game in so long. That one's pretty cool though. I'll take it. Not my best day, but certainly not my worst. It's not stupid stickers, so it certainly gets worse than this. Awesome. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you got something even cooler.
Speaking of stupid stickers, I'm shopping for one right now for Alex. The baby on board sticker.
This boy is so handsome.
Oh.
That's a good gift. Baby on board. We should get one and stick it on Rue's butt.
They've gotten really bad. They're like, baby Viking on board, baby wizard with like the Harry Potter logo, or they'll be like, kids up in this bitch. Like,
I love ones like that are just like, you just don't even want to hang out with a person who has that on their car.
No. Also like the Calvin and Hobbes pissing ones. Why are those so popular? Is the Calvin and Hobbes character or cartoon drawer guy like getting profits off of all these designs? I'm curious.
Bill Watterson actually copywrote his stuff in a way that any merchandise that has it on it is all illegal. He's only sold his books and.
Well, Calvin's pissing on everything on these stickers.
I know, but it's not actually Calvin. It's just a stolen. I think it's like different enough to not be.
What about no baby on board? Please feel free to run into me.
So today I just wanted to take a little moment to share with everybody all the coolest Pokemons that I've gotten in my outing calendar. I'm not gonna read them out, but you can just take a nice look. So awesome. That Leafeon's my flavor fave. Wow. Sick nasty. Fucking awesome. Look at that Dialga. Origin form. So powerful.
Why is your ass out?
I'm not filming my ass, okay?
Your ass has been out for 15 minutes.
That's just how my pants sit comfortably.
All right, y'all. It is almost 1:30 in the morning, and Finley just took the dogs up to bed after having his pokey moment with you. And I need to just finish editing this vlog, export it, hit the hay. I don't know. I don't think I'll go to Zumba in the morning. It just depends on how I feel. I'm just trying not to get anybody sick. So if I wake up feeling miraculously fine, then I'll go. But if I wake up feeling a little sniffly or something, I won't go. It's always better to be safe than sorry, that's what I say. But thanks for watching today's vlog. I had a good time hanging out with you, and I hope you enjoyed our little hot cocoa chat in the middle of this video. It was a lengthy video. No, it was like 45 minutes long. Sheesh. So I'm gonna head on out. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a big thumbs up for me. And when I'm not on here, you can find me on Twitch and on Patreon, and I'll just see you in the morning. Stay smiling. Bye, y'all.